Okay, what I'd like for you to do is solve for y, because what we're going to do is we're going to graph these on our graphing calculator. But in order to do that, we'd solve for y, plug it in, and it'd give us, our shape. It'd draw it for us. We're going to go ahead and do it by hand, kind of, and then there would be a subsequent video using your graphing calculator. So I'm going to go ahead and real quick, I'm going to solve for y. And then name the shape. So this is the basics of kind of knowing what the shapes look like, seeing a graph and knowing that, oh, it's a circle, it's a hyperbola, it's a parabola, so on and so forth. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my work below where it says you need to solve for y first. So the first step I'm going to do is I am going to erase that thick pen mark and change the thickness. I am going to move x to the other side. And then I'm going to divide out at -1. Everything gets divided out, and I get y squared is equal to a positive x squared minus 4. And then take the square root. And when you take the square root, do not forget to add the plus or minus in front. So I have y is equal to plus or minus x squared minus 4. And this gives me my graph. Now, without even using a calculator, I know I have a radical function. And based on what we did in that last chapter, if I find the zeros, I look at this guy right here. I know 2 and -2 are my zeros. So I'm going to plot those guys. And because it's a radical function, I know I'm going to be pointing in two different directions. The inside is a parabola that opens up, and we talked about how, oh, okay, it's going to go like this and like this. This would be the positive portion of the radical function. The negative portion of the radical function right here is just going to cause it to reflect over the x-axis. And so I have these blue pieces. Not the best graph, but it gets the idea done. And we have this picture. So I'm going to change the thickness of the graph so now it's all one color. And this is our whole shape. And based on what we talked about in one of our first videos, is when we have two parabolas that are pointing away from each other, this guy is called a hyperbola. Okay, and then the next video after this, we're going to go ahead and actually put it in our graphing calculator, and I'll show you guys how to do that. But this one, we solve for y. We don't know what it is. We could, based on what we know about math, we can kind of generalize what the picture is going to look like and get the shape. But it's nice we have our graphing calculators. We can just go right to those and graph it.